Be ready, start. Honorable members, deeply moved and touched by the indulgent words of welcome by the Prime Minister, leader of the opposition, and those who followed. Grateful to the honorable members of Parliament for affording opportunity to be in service of Bharat as Vice President of India and Chairman of this august House. Looking forward to contributing to the growth trajectory of the largest vibrant democracy in the world and vindicate its trust and confidence. Availing this historic opportunity to share some concerns with the distinguished members of this august House. Terms upper house or house of elders, though not part of official glossary, amply reflect uniquely significant importance of this institution. Nation justifiably expects the House of Elders to take decisive directional lead in reaffirming and enhancing the core values of the Republic and set up the traditions of parliamentary democracy, exemplifying the highest deliberative, emulative standards. Today, as we are in Amritkal, we cherish one of the world's finest constitutions as our own. Members of the Constituent Assembly were enormously talented with impeccable credentials and immense experience. The Constituent Assembly, given the scenario then, was as representative as was practicable. Honorable members, with each election, there has been progressively authentic enhancement in the representation gradient. Presently, the Parliament reflects with authenticity the mandate and aspirations of the people as never before. Honorable members, Constituent Assembly addressed sensitive, complex, and critical issues, exemplifying sublimity, engaging in dialogue, discussions, deliberations, and debate marked with cooperative and consensual attitude. Diverse issues were traversed without there being any disruptions, obstruction, and disruption of proceedings as parliamentary practice or option are antithetical to democratic values. Contemporaneous scenario on this count is concerning and make it imperative for us to follow the high standards set in the Constituent Assembly. We need to be cognizant of severe public discomfort and disillusionment at lack of decorum in the temple of democracy. Honorable members, democracy blossoms and flourishes when its three facets, the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive, scrupulously adhere to their respective domains. The sublimity of doctrine of separation of powers is realized when legislature, judiciary, and executive optimally function in tandem and togetherness, meticulously ensuring scrupulous adherence to respective jurisdictional domain. Any incursion by one, howsoever subtle, in the domain of other has the potential to upset the governance apple cart. We are indeed faced with the grim reality of frequent incursions. This House is eminently positioned to take affirmative steps to bring about congeniality amongst these wings of the governance. I am sure you all will reflect and engage in way forward stance. Honorable members, essence of democracy lies in the prevalence of the ordainment of the people reflected through legitimized platform. In any democracy, parliamentary sovereignty is inviolable. We all here are under oath to preserve it. Power of Parliament of the day to act in exercise its constituent power to amend by way of addition, variation, or repeal any provision of this constitution in accordance with the procedure is unqualified and supreme, not amenable to executive attention or judicial intervention except for the purpose of deciding any case involving a substantial question of law as to interpretation of the Constitution envisaged in Article 145 within bracket 3 of the Constitution. Using this constitutional power to amend Parliament effected wholesome structural governance changes to further spinally strengthen democracy. This has been by way of incorporation of Part 9, 9A and 9B in the Constitution, providing comprehensive mechanism for Panchayati Raj, municipalities and cooperative societies. In similar vein, the Parliament, in a much needed historic step, passed the 99th Constitutional Amendment Bill, paving way for the National Judicial Appointment Commission. There was unprecedented support to the above. On August 13, 2014, the Lok Sabha unanimously voted in its favor with there being no abstention. This House too passed it unanimously on August 14, 2014 with one abstention. Rarely in parliamentary democracy there has been such massive support to a constitutional legislation. This process fructified into a constitutional prescription after 16 state assemblies out of 29 states ratified the central legislation. The President of India, in terms of Article 111, accorded his consent on December 31, 2014. The historic parliamentary mandate was undone by the Supreme Court on October 16, 2015 by a majority of 4:1, finding the same as not being in consonance with the judicially evolved doctrine of basic structure of the Constitution. There is no parallel to such a development in democratic history where a duly legitimized constitutional prescription has been judicially undone. A glaring instance of severe compromise of parliamentary sovereignty and disregard of the mandate of the people of which this House and the Lok Sabha are custodians. Honorable members, we need to bear in mind that in democratic governance, basic of any basic structure is the prevalence of primacy of the mandate of the people reflected in the parliament. Parliament is the exclusive and ultimate determinative of the architecture of the constitution. It is disconcerting to note that on such momentous issue so vital to democratic fabric there has been no focus in parliament now for over 7 years. This house in concert with the Lok Sabha being custodian of the ordainment of the people is duty bound to address the issue and I am sure it will do so. Authorities in constitutional positions in any institution are required to exemplify their conduct by high standards of propriety, dignity, and decorum. Honorable members, time for all constitutional institutions to reflect and give quietus to public display of adversarially challenging stance, oblique trading or exchange of advisories emanating from these platforms. I urge the members of the House to proactively catalyze evolution of wholesome cordial ecosystem ending this aberration. It is institutional seamless connect marked with mutual trust and respect that generates ecosystem best suited for serving the nation. This house needs to catalyze this wholesome environment to promote synergic functioning of constitutional institutions, emphasizing need to respect Lakshman Rekha. Honorable members, I look forward with hope and expectation to pleasant and fruitful association so that we all in togetherness optimally serve the nation. Once again, I thank you most earnestly for your most generous felicitations.